everybody. Welcome to Morning After. I'm so glad to have you here. I'm Jenny Ann Chondo. And did you guys ever read the D Magazine's Best of editions? I love reading through those and just kind of finding out who the best of is in our city. And the Best of Lawyers was recently released. And Majed Nachawati is a trial lawyer and co-founder of Dallas-based Nachawati Law Firm. Good morning. Good to see you.
Great to see you, Jenny. Thank you so much for having us on your show.
Well, I'm so intrigued by the type of work that you do. The first thing that really stuck out to me as I was looking into the type of work you do, my gosh, was the fact that you've been representing some of those families that were so greatly impacted during that winter storm. Can you talk about your involvement in that and what you've learned from your perspective about what really happened in our city during that storm?
Sure. So here at Nachawati Law Firm, we represent approximately 100 families who lost loved ones in the freeze. And, some of them literally froze to death in their chair, tragedy that you would wish upon no one. We also represent approximately 10,000 property owners who sustained catastrophic losses in connection with their property, their homes, their apartments, their businesses. So it's been a really tragic situation. And our investigation so far has determined that the liability lies primarily with the power generators. They failed to properly winterize and properly prepare for a storm that they knew about that happened. If you remember in 2012 with the Super Bowl, there was a freeze. So we had, the power companies who make billions of dollars a year had knowledge about the problem if we had a freeze. And so what the recommendations were by ERCOT was to winterize to make sure that every Texan has continuity of power. Unfortunately, that never happened. So what we were left with is multiple companies that were placing profits over the safety of every Texas family. And as a result of that, hundreds of people died. That's the price that we all paid, and it didn't have to happen.
It's been so sad to hear those individual stories come out, but at a time we all felt so helpless, and to hear the torment that people were going through during that time has been heartbreaking. Something else that you've been really involved in that I've followed, and I think it's fascinating that you've been involved in this, is these lawsuits involving chemical pesticides, things like Roundup, things like weed killer, etc. What have you learned after a very thorough investigation of how these products, which decades ago we thought were very safe, how they've impacted families?
Well, the bottom line is these products, and let's take Roundup, the herbicide, as a specific example. We represent approximately 4,000 families, and essentially it's touted as great for killing weeds for consumers and agricultural farmers. The problem with it is there's no warning that tells the user, hey, this is great for killing weeds, but it also causes NHL cancer. And any reasonable person would want the benefit of knowing that before they use the product. And that warning label is simply never there. So as a result, you have thousands of people who have NHL, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, caused by Roundup use, and they never knew about that risk, and they should know. So again, it's another example of big business putting profits over the safety of American citizens, and our job is to hold them accountable.
Yeah, it's disturbing to hear. Majed Nachawati, thank you so much, and congratulations on that recent honor in D Magazine. I appreciate the time this morning.
Thank you so much, Jenny. Have a great day, and thank you for your time on the show.
Oh, it's our pleasure. So here's the info. I mean, they've been involved, you guys, in so many high-profile cases and ones that, we've been seeing across the country, and they're playing out here locally as well. So the website, can we show the website again one more time so we can give people time to jot it down? That was kind of quick. So it's fnlawfirm.com. So same handle on social media, fnlawfirm.
Yeah, fnlawfirm.com. And it is true that in these class action suits, many people who otherwise wouldn't have a voice or an avenue or a pathway against a giant corporation are finding, hopefully, some resolve and some peace of mind, even though many of them, some have died of cancer that could have been caused by those products, and some have survived and their lives have been changed forever.
A reminder as we look to our own products as well. We'll be back with more after this.